to another episode of Love of the Game, episode 19.
Yeah.
19, yeah, 19, not too bad. I'm here, it's only us two, it's just me and Banks. The
Trust me, man.
others, they've gone to Saudi again. It's like they've gone
Bro,
to Saudi again.
these man don't work, fam.
They don't want to work, but
They
it's
don't wanna
okay.
work,
It's
but they wanna reap
okay.
the benefits, bro.
No, man. They don't want to be here for the grind, but it's all right. I'm
Alright.
enjoying the grind, man. It's a
Trust me.
struggle, but thank you to everyone that's been listening so far. Obviously, don't be afraid to leave some comments for us. We want to improve,
Yeah.
so let us know what you think. Yeah, man. But here, obviously, with Banks, and we had some weekend games coming that came out this weekend. We'll have to
Yes.
touch on some of them, yes. But we'll touch on the United game first. I think
Yeah.
it was yesterday, wasn't it? The United game against Fulham
Yeah.
away. Yeah. So Banks, give us your thoughts on the game, on the lineup firstly, actually, because I think it was a bit interesting. Mainly got dropped, isn't it? I wouldn't say dropped, but he was on the bench.
Yeah, and I kind of think, well, it makes sense why, because he wants a lot more. It's a strange one. Like, Mainu hasn't really done what I think Amarim wants from him, but I think he's the best player in our midfield. I was very surprised that Hodgson started. He played well the last couple of the games. We don't really have great options, to be honest, but it is what it is. What else was a change? Wait, who started in midfield? Was it Ericsson?
It was not Ericsson. It was Fernandez and Ugarte.
Fernandez and Ugarte. Yeah, sorry.
And Delo and Masrao on the wing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, even Garnacho starting, like, you could, like, Garnacho needs to be in the team.
Yeah.
Like, for this team to function right now, he's Amarim's obviously said that Rashford ain't gonna start if he doesn't train well. I guess it's an okay team, but I didn't expect a result against Fulham in our current form. So yeah, very surprising game. Boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
Surprising.
I heard it was really boring. I heard it was kind of a bit of a bore fest. But you did actually get the win. So I wanted to touch on more on the Højlund because I feel like he's probably got the most scrutiny out of everyone in terms of the whole performance, because I guess he was doing his WWE wrestling once again. I know doing the hold up play, he loves it. He spent how much? He's almost like 75 mil. Do you feel like he's getting away a lot of criticism at the moment because he's not really? He's only got, I don't know how many goals. He's got 2 goals this season.
I mean, what, you think he's getting away?
I think he's getting away with it. To be fair, I don't really hear much of Højlund.
You got to remember, it's Man United at the end of the day. He's getting a lot of criticisms. Like, he is actually getting it, and it's fair for the most part because he doesn't seem to really help the team. You know what? He does what he can do. Let's be honest. He's basically isolated up there, and the way we're playing, we're not really progressing the ball forward like in the best way. So it's quite tough for him. So he's always back to goal, usually in our half, and then trying to maybe lay it off or start an attack. He just needs to get his touches right, because a lot of the time he's getting the ball and he's not got the right touches to then bring other players into the game. There was a few phases of play where, like, Ahmad's giving him a nice ball, just give a touch and then play the return, but it's just not happening. It's not clicking. It's not working. I even saw a stat the other day that was like got the minutes that Garnacho and Højlund have played together, and they've only got 2 assists, which were mistakes.
Ooh.
Yeah, like it was like one time when Højlund was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and then he hit into the keeper, and then Garnacho scored. Like, the assists are terrible. So it's just showing you there's no real cohesion. And obviously, our manager said that we need to train, and we haven't had enough training sessions. And hey, that's the Premier League, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no rest in the Premier League
games, especially if you want to be in the Champions League or European competitions, and you want to be in other cups. That's just gonna have to be the vibe. So, yeah, man, it's a difficult one. I don't think we got it right with him, though.
Yeah, I just one last question actually on the team in general, because I feel like what I've been hearing, this is what I've been seeing online, and what I've actually seen for myself, United seem to be almost like a real defensive team. So you feel like at the moment where United are set up, they're set up like almost defensively. And is this his actual style, you think? And is it something to enjoy or to watch, by the way, as well? I think that's like 3 questions in one, but it's a general feeling of how United are playing at the moment in terms of the style you're seeing.
Yeah, I think what it is I think he's just trying to get past this season, because if he gets the players to do what he wants, what he needs them to do, which is basically attack from the front and then hound hound the opposition. You're pressing from the front, and you're moving together as a unit. You're moving up and down the pitch, and that's a lot of work. And we
Mm-hmm.
did some of that against Liverpool. We've done some of that in some other games in the season, but I don't think we can do that on a consistent basis. So what it seems like he's basically saying we can't lose this many games. Like, just do you know what I'm saying? Defend well, be aggressive, win your duels, win your battles, and let's see what results we can get. But stick to the formation. And I think he just realizes he hasn't got the players for what he really wants to.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to have to get to the end of the season, and then probably he needs two windows, realistically.
Yeah.
He needs. But I genuinely prefer not losing games.
Okay.
So, for now, anyways. For now, as long as there's the idea that he wants to stick with, and we do actually do that, and we get there, because I don't want it to be a situation where he gets all the plays he wants for this formation, and then we realize, oh, Amarim's not the guy. We sack him, then we need wingers again. So like that's what I don't want. So I'm okay with it for now.
Yeah, and actually, one last question. I think obviously we're in the January transfer window, and give me your thoughts on how United has behaved in this transfer window. You're hearing rumors about Ganacho leaving. You want that left back, and Kuku's been linked as well. I don't know. I think you're linked to Cunha as well. Yeah, give me overall thoughts. And what do you want? And what do you want United to do in this transfer window?
I would love to have. We're spoiled in it as United fans. Like I would have there was talk about Osimhen before. And whether that was Garnacho was going to go to Napoli and that's going to let's get him. I would love that. That's good for me. The left wing back Dorgu. I haven't really seen much of him, so I wouldn't know. There's even talk about us buying back Alvaro, who we sold.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Now wing back. So do you know what? I think it's kind of whack right now, because I don't want to get rid of Garnacho personally, not yet. I do think Rashford needs to go for himself and for the club, but that part's okay. But I'd like us to get some players in that are going to at least make us in the positions that we need, which is the left wing back for sure. And it would have been great to get a decent number 10 that's going to play in that system that you want, that can link up better with whoever's going to be up top, which stinks in itself. So, and Nkunku would be a good signing. I just don't really like the window. I don't like the options. I'm ready to wait for summertime, to be honest.
Okay, that's interesting. We'll see what United does. I think we've got like a week left to the transfer window.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? That's what's important. What are you guys doing?
Boy, I don't know.
To go for, apparently.
It's scary because I don't know what it's. I check my phone every single day. Fabrizio, there's no mention. Fabrizio's been quiet on Arsenal. David Ornstein's been quiet. I think we're linked with that Norwegian guy that could maybe help. I forgot his name. Nick Nampin. I forgot his name. I butchered his name. But he's apparently one player that he's a youngster from Rosenborg. Everyone's been linked with him. He's doing like a tour, a UK tour around everywhere. So he's gone to Manchester.
This is the guy I sent that looks like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So apparently, I've seen the tapes. He looks good, but we'll see. I don't know. If maybe we'll get him. They're saying Arsenal are favourites, but we'll see. But I want to cover the game. I think because we had a game first against Wolves, 1-0.
Yeah.
That's probably not the main talking. Good result. But I will put in the main talking point. I think the main talking point is how these refs are out there, especially this. Was it Martin Oliver?
Yeah,
Mark Oliver. Yeah, he's out there for Arsenal. I think he's out there for Arsenal. There's something going on because that was. I think what it is, because I was thinking more is it maybe he's against Arsenal, but it's just. I don't blame people for thinking that because there's been so many incidents now. But I just think because he's the top dog, the top referee apparently, I think people are just too scared to overrule him. So they must have saw that in the VAR section. We're talking about the Lewis Gilly tackle. Because when I first saw it, I was thinking, no way he's giving that for last man, and that's like 90 yards from the part. No way he's getting that because he put that hand out so quick, and I think it's a serious foul play. It wasn't even. I saw the tackle. It wasn't even like he's on his shin or anything. And the worst thing about it, I think Havertz got tackled worse in that game. Then also Timber got tackled worse in that game, and the guy only gave him a second yellow. So he kind of like defeated the purpose.
Do you know what I find mad about it is you're right. To be fair, you're right, but it doesn't make sense that whoever's watching the video replay would be scared of the ref because you're looking at it from all different angles.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 of you, and you still
Still
agreed that
didn't
it's
do
a
it.
red.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely nuts. Like,
Yeah, it's nuts. 'Cause I don't want to say it's just an Arsenal thing. I just think it's more down to the referee just doing whatever they want, and there's no accountability. Howard
yeah,
Webb's going to do his talk on Monday or whatever day and do
yeah,
and
yeah,
try and break it down and say, look at this point,
yeah,
top stud was on his knee. Then breaking down, that's why he gave a red. And I can see why they gave a red, but they're going to be doing that nonsense. That could have cost us the game. That could have cost us.
yeah.
That could have cost us. It cost us before in the past against with Brighton. That cost us. Um,
The Saliba
the
saying
rest
it.
of Saliba sent it off. Not really. That was Saliba's fault, to be fair. But it's business subjective, anyways. I think the Man City one as well because
Yeah,
he didn't keep it consistent. Because when Doku kicked the ball, he decided to give it. He didn't even do nothing for Doku. But when Trossard
yeah,
kicked it, he gave a second yellow. So this guy, I feel hopefully now that'll be the last time he'll referee Arsenal game because he doesn't for him to be out of the limelight and be like, you know what, don't let this guy referee Arsenal game. They wouldn't say it in public, but I think in turn they'd be like, you know what, with Arsenal game, let's just cool down. Like we won't have him referee Arsenal game
yeah.
anymore. But yeah, he's just
It makes sense. They shouldn't do it because I think both the ref and the players will just be on edge if he does another
yeah,
Arsenal game.
for
So probably
sure,
best
for
just leave.
sure. Let's just leave
Yeah,
it. That'll be the best thing for now. I think that's probably what would likely happen. Obviously,
yeah.
they should rescind Lewis Skelly's red
You
to
hope
a
so.
yellow.
You
I
hope
hope
so. Yeah,
so. They should do. I don't think I've seen anyone agree with that. Normally, there's been some
yeah,
people agree with here and there, but that one's been straight. You know, this is out of line for sure.
yeah,
So, but we've got to win. Calafiori scored an actually good goal. To be fair, really good
yeah. Good
goal.
goal. Decent
And
goal.
yeah, I think we showed some promise, even though I thought Wolves were bad. But even the second half, I thought we actually played a lot better than them. But yeah, I think
How did
Wolves
Odegaard
they're
play?
bad. Erdogan went there. He was ill, so yeah,
Oh,
he got a cold. Yeah, he's ill. He should be back.
he just needs a rest, bro.
He needs
He needs
yeah,
a
I think
big rest.
maybe he needs a rest. But I'm even worried
Yeah,
about our players now. I think Havertz was down to the ground. Even though not a big Havertz fan, he's our
yeah,
only striker. So if he goes down, we literally have no one there. Probably just have to play like maybe Trossard in the middle, Martinelli on the left, and Sterling on the right. Oh God, Sterling.
and that's
Um,
what we get onto. I know you want to talk about the game more, but like, why are you guys not active right now? You
I
need
don't,
some.
I don't know. I'm trying to think logically, yeah, because January's been our most busiest time. Yeah, this is where you ideally want to get those players in, and there's a lot of games we can play, so they can quickly get up to speed. I think
Yeah,
Arsenal doing that thing where we're looking for the right signing. This is what Wenger's just saying.
yeah,
He needs to piss me off. But Arteta's saying we're looking for the right signing. So we're trying to sign the big players are not going to really move this
yeah,
January, which is very difficult. You can
yeah,
see Man City, which on the other hand, I think they got Mamousse.
yeah,
Even though it was a big lump sum money to pay, I think 75 mil, and the wages are crazy. They just got it done. I think you just have to get it done in January. And I
yeah,
think that's what Arsenal are trying. I feel they're trying to dilly dally. We're gonna wait till the last minute to sign probably Cunha, which would be a good signing. But I think we needed it like weeks ago. So
yeah.
it's just crazy. So it's just crazy.
Let me ask you a question on that though. Do
But,
you feel like? Because I feel like Arsenal got it right in terms of culture, like the players wise, like they seem to be like hardworking. They seem to be
mm,
like Arteta's kind of guys. Like, do you feel like he's nervous to sign someone that's going to mess up that culture? Because I don't know whether Cunha's. I can't. You know what? It's hard to say. I'm just saying it based on the way the media has portrayed him
yeah.
to me. It's
But I've
like,
seen him before. He looks decent. He seems like the kind of player that can play for Arsenal for sure.
okay,
And I think that's kind of like redundant because I see Sterling play, and
true, true,
Sterling is not up to. He's been there for a while. He's just still doesn't look up to scratch.
yeah, true,
We play for Arsenal, so I think that's kind of redundant. I feel like they'll just sign anyone who should be available. I think Cunha
yeah,
is saying to be available. I think even though Aston Villa said no to Duran. Actually, I
yeah,
need to see Duran a bit more. Even though he looks like a proper shooter, but I
yeah.
need to watch him properly for 90 minutes and see what his other games are
No, he's
like.
good, man. I've
He
watched
does
him.
look good though.
I've done player account
Yeah,
on him like 3 or 4 times. But I think, yeah, I agree. I think Duran or Cunha will get you. Signing them in January, they'll get you 6, 7 goals.
yeah. Because if you don't sign anyone, the league, we ain't winning nothing. We'll just we'll just get to them kind of difficult moments in a period where no one's scoring and we're not creating much chances. Then, we're just lucky our defense is good because I think that's been our foundation this season.
And you got that Champions League there just waiting for you, bro. Well,
yeah.
actually, if you get Duran,
he won't play. No, he probably won't play. It might be best to get Cunha, because I don't think Duran can't play because he'll be cup tied.
Cup tied, yeah.
He'll be cup tied. We got tied. But I want to do something with you, Bengs, actually, before we round up. What's this? Sorry, I need to bring up the list. I have a list. Since we're talking about signings, I have a list of United. Actually, I do have Arsenal as well, but we'll touch on mainly United. Random United signings. You just tell me if they've been a hit or a miss. Okay? Shall I do the Arsenal ones? Let's do both. Let's do both. I'll do interchange. Yeah. So the first one, Nani. Hit. Okay. I'll say he's a hit. He's all right. Do you remember Eduardo for Arsenal?
Yes. Didn't he break his leg?
Yeah, he broke his leg. Yeah.
So that's a miss.
Yeah, it was a miss. Fair enough. Because some people still like him, but he only gave us one season.
In fact, I'll answer Arsenal ones. I'll answer the United ones.
Okay, cool. Tevez.
Hit.
Sagna. I would say I thought about it. I think it's a hit. It's a hit. Even it's a hit. It's a hit. Oh, Owen Hargreaves.
That's a tough one, you know, because he only had a couple of seasons,
basically. He only a couple of seasons. Even though they won stuff when he was there, but how was he though?
He was good, man. When he was there, he was good. So
that's when he was there. That's when he was there, though. Oh, okay. Okay. Arshavin. I'll say miss, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, he is. 4 goals. Exactly. That's all he did. I think it gave us like one season, and then obviously he wasn't doing anything. I think it's harsh. Some people say he's a hit, but I'll say miss. Okay.
Fair enough.
Anderson.
Oh, that's a miss. He had some good games, but he came with a lot of promise and he didn't.
Oh yeah. Okay. Ramsey. The thing about Ramsey,
you're getting personal now. Think about how he made
He's been there for years, but the only reason I'll say hit is because he won us our trophy, like the SFA Cup in a while. Some people say miss, but I think most people say hit. I'll give it hit. Okay, your turn. This is okay. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna test you. Valencia.
You know that's a hit. Multiple titles. Played in 2 positions, played in our tough times and our great times. That's a hit, bro. Okay, and he was our captain for a bit as well.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. Okay. Nasri. The thing about him, he really started to shine and he left. Yeah, so exactly. I don't know if I could say that's a hit too much. Exactly. I'll say miss, you know, because he left early. Okay, I'll say miss.
I agree.
Smalling.
Ooh. I think his good times outweighed his bad times. But I'll still give him a hit. And he showed that he had a good career after it as well. So he showed he was a good player.
Why did he leave again? There's not enough game time.
And he just wasn't. I think it was. I want to say it's Mourinho who sold him. I want to say it's Mourinho.
I think it was.
Could have been Van Gaal. I can't actually remember. But because he obviously went Roma. But he was good. He was good with us. Like he obviously had some stinky periods. But that time at United when we were stinky, David Moyes and all of that, like, everyone was thinking like it just wasn't what it was.
Okay, and I've got Vermaelen.
You guys loved him, bro.
I know. That's what I think. You loved it. I don't know if I break down his career. I think it's a tough one, you know. Yeah. Some would say hit. I'll be in a. It's only a miss because what did Arsenal win? Exactly. Nothing. So it has to be a miss.
It's not a miss if you didn't win anything. But
he didn't really raise the level though. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. He didn't really raise the level. He's almost kept Arsenal to where they were.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's interesting. Yeah, I think David De Gea.
Yeah, you know, David De Gea, at the end of the day, he came in, Fergie bought him, he was shaky, he got sick, he saved shots that no keeper I've seen save. Like
Mm.
mad stuff with his legs, like mad athletic. Um Obviously started making mistakes, but we've seen now that keepers make mistakes, bro. Look at Chelsea keeper, look at Onana,
No,
look
no,
at
it's
flipping
crazy.
what bro, look at Southampton's keepers doing some
Yeah,
stupidness.
but don't you remember De Gea doing this constantly when he was on the way out? He was doing this
Yeah,
every single week. He was moving
yeah.
crazy.
He was moving crazy, and
Does that
yeah,
outweigh the good though?
it does because he again, like if I go back to your point, he won multiple titles with us,
Mm, mm,
trophies. So
mm.
yeah, I'll still keep him. And I remember some of him saving us, like literally
Yeah,
anyone best player of the year,
yeah, he
like
did.
2 years in a row. So yeah, that's a hit, man.
Okay, okay, I got Koscielny.
Every time
Do
I
you
think
know
of
what?
Koscielny, I just think of that League Cup.
Just yeah, exactly. And that puts it down for me. The thing
Yeah,
is, I would have said normally hit, but what we have now and how the solid defense is, I
yeah,
look at Koscielny a bit differently now.
yeah,
Like he used to get bullied all the time, so
yeah.
I would say, it's harsh, but I'll say miss. It's hard.
I agree.
That's really harsh. Okay,
I
yo,
agree.
Ashley Young.
That's a hit, man. 8-2.
Oh, that's you're being personal. That's personal. You let your emotions cloud you on that one.
Yeah, no, but see, this is the thing about these players. There's so many players that started with Fergie and played well,
Yeah,
and then they ended without him, and then they stayed on too long. Whereas like 2 or 3 years where
yeah,
they were just thinking. But he has so many good periods that I have to remember the good periods.
yeah. I
I have
get it.
to.
And you did win. You did win a trophy, so fair
Exactly.
enough. Mertesacker.
Whoo!
The thing about that is, Koscielny and Mertesacker, they had a good partnership together. So Arsenal hardly
Mm.
when they played, Arsenal always won.
Yeah, you were good. You were good.
Yeah, so it'll be harsh to say a miss.
Did you have
But
check and goal? Was it check and goal on those two, or who did you have?
it wasn't. I think we no, no. I don't think Czech
Oh,
played
okay.
with Mertesacker.
Okay.
Um, I would say uh, I, I'll say hit. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy actually, but I'll say hit for his limitations. I'll say
He
hit.
was a leader as well.
Yeah, I'll say hit. Crazy because I said Koscielny is a miss, but
Yeah.
okay, this one. Let's get this one over and done with. Van Persie.
You already know that he's 20, man. 2-0.
Okay. I got Arteta. That's an interesting one as well. I think it could be hit or because we signed him because of that thingy panic of the 8-2 panic. He was one of the signings, the first
Yeah,
signings we
yeah, yeah.
made. Um, and he did steady us a little bit. Got to us where we need to go. I'll say hit. I'll say hit. I'll say hit for that one for what he
Okay.
done. I know you think differently, but I'll say
No,
hit.
no, no.
Um, one matter
That's a hit, man.
hit.
Again, that's one of them. Yeah, that's one of those players that he had amazing moments. He lost his pace, but he was still really good. I remember the goals against Liverpool at Anfield. I remember him saving us in bare games. I
Mm,
remember wanting him when he kept slapping us when he was at Chelsea. Yeah, great player, man. He just lost some pace, and the game kind of like moved on past him, but
yeah.
he was still there, active. He had quality. Yeah, still a good player.
Okay, and I'll make this one quick. I put Andre Santos. That was a miss.
Yeah,
That was a miss.
definitely.
That was a miss. Okay, your turn. I say Di Maria.
Hit. That's a miss. Sorry, that's a big
Miss.
miss.
Yeah, that was a
Big.
miss. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
The one I have here next, interesting, but this is I want to be emotional. This one. This is Olivier Giroud, and that was a big miss. Huge miss.
yeah. You hate him.
Huge miss. Huge miss. Because for what of the players he had around him, because we had Özil in his prime, and we had Giroud in front of him, and he just got scuffed up every single chance he could that was offered to him.
You
Yeah,
hate that guy.
miss,
Fair enough.
huge miss,
Fair
huge
enough.
miss. On what's his name? Herrera.
Ander Herrera. That's a tough
Yeah,
one. You know?
yeah.
because he was
Herrera.
so valuable in certain games, and
Mm.
we actually missed him when he left. So I
Mm-hmm.
would call that a hit. I actually call that a
Okay.
hit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I've got Podolski.
yeah. Mm.
I'll say miss. I'll
Yeah, I
say
agree.
miss. He only gave us one. He only gave us one season. Okay, he did win a cup, but yeah, I'll say miss
Yeah,
because we didn't have him for long.
yeah.
Daily Blind.
That's a miss. He didn't play
Miss.
that position. He should have been a DM.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, yeah, that was a miss.
I put here Özil.
Contention.
Content. I know
He raised the level though.
he raised the level, but it's almost a mixture of it was made some of it's down to him, but I think it's down to the manager for not putting the giving the right players around him.
Yeah,
So we almost wasted him a bit.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's not fair. Let's end on Özil. Let's end on Özil.
Özil. You gotta say your opinion as well, though. But I think I don't like saying a miss though, because I like Özil. I prefer Özil. It seems sound crazy. I like Özil over Odegaard.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Okay, fair enough. But other people wouldn't say that. I'll hit. It doesn't make
I think
sense.
it's a hit.
I think it's a hit.
I think
It's a
he raised
hit.
the level. I think maybe he only won the FA Cup, right? Is that it, all he won?
That 2 FA Cups, three
Three
FA Cups even.
Really? He was there for all three.
Well, the third one, he was there for because he won back to back.
Yeah.
Then he won another one. Yeah, he won 3. So he technically he won
okay.
4, but he was frozen out on that by the time we asked him on the 4th one.
Oh, okay.
So he actually won 3. Yeah, he won 3.
Yeah, he raised the level, man. He had so many sick moments.
Yeah.
He just obviously just had that attitude where it seemed like he didn't care. But
yeah.
Overall, man, that's a sick signing from Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid get rid of some players that they don't really want anymore, but it doesn't mean they're not sick. Like, look at Di Maria. He was sick, but he stunk for us. So I think Özil has to be considered a hit.
Okay. Then I know we said one more. That was the last
on.
one, but I got one more just for you. Just for you. I want to see what you say on this one. Anthony Martial.
Ooh, he had the Ballon d'Or clause. That's a miss, man. That's a miss. But he has so much potential, bro.
Yeah.
It's mad. Like I just read that he's played all of his games at wherever he's at, Athens.
Is it?
Yeah, he hasn't been injured. He's played like 17 games a season. Like played all the minutes. I think I saw as well. Like,
is it?
Yeah, man. I feel sorry for him, bro. Like,
so what happened now? What is he doing now?
He scored a few goals, but he's like the consistency is sick, and we just needed that from him. We just couldn't get it. I don't know what was happening to him at United.
Wasn't the injuries though?
Yeah, the injuries a lot at United. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it got at the end because at first there was so much promise.
Bro, he had so much potential. He just couldn't stay consistent. And again, I don't think he had the right attitude for the Premier League and Man United.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be on it. You can't be laid back. Like our fans will chew you up, and the media will chew you up as well. So yeah, man, that's sad though. That's a miss, but it's a sad miss.
It's a sad miss, man. It happens, man. It happens. But yeah, that was it for today.
Yeah, man.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're on Spotify as well now, so do give us your ratings on Spotify. So yes, and enjoy the journey with us. But yes, that's it for today. We'll be back next week. Take care.
Yes.
Let's
stay